Excommunication is a medicinal penalty of the Church. It's important to note that excommunication does not mean that these individuals are no longer welcome at the Catholic Church. In contrast, its purpose is meant to draw a person to repentance and enter back into communion with Christ's Church. Excommunication can either be imposed by the competent authority, usually a bishop, through a canonical process. In such cases, the action would be mentioned in canon law, and the code would call for the competent authority to punish with a just penalty. If the competent authority felt in those specific circumstances a just penalty would be excommunication, he could then issue the decree. The other way it can be imposed is by canon law itself when certain actions take place. This one is called latae sententiae, or automatic excommunication. Automatic excommunication happens when someone commits an act that is specifically punished in canon law by a penalty of automatic excommunication. The 1983 Code of Canon Law attaches the penalty of automatic excommunication to the following actions: apostates, heretics, and schismatics, desecration of the Eucharist, a person who physically attacks the Pope, a bishop who consecrates another bishop without papal mandate, a priest who violates the seal of the confessional, a person who procures an abortion, accomplices who were needed to commit an action that has an automatic excommunication penalty. In order for the penalty to be considered to apply, certain conditions must be met. The individual must be at least 16 years old, the individual must know that his action was a violation of the church law, and the individual must have acted freely without threat of force or grave fear, have the use of reason, and not have acted mistakenly. An excommunicated person is not to receive the sacraments. However, if he does so in violation of the law, the sacraments are valid. An excommunicated person who marries has illicitly but validly received the sacrament. In such circumstances, the grace of the sacrament would be of no effect, since the person is in a state of mortal sin. In the case of confession, the sacrament would be invalid because all mortal sins must be confessed for a valid confession, and if the individual withholds the action that incurred automatic excommunication, he'd be withholding a mortal sin. Thanks for watching, and to learn more, visit Catholic.com.